So hello, I'm sorry I'm the last talk between you and beer. So hopefully you'll forgive me and listen a little bit to what I have to say. The goal of this talk is not to educate you or something like that. It's to inspire you to look up one specific library as was all of my predecessors. And that library is actually called Click. And so a quick poll here. Whoever has written a tool that was supposed to run from the command line? And so everybody, that's good, I'm in the right place. So who used argparse to parse it? Okay. Who used opparse? Okay. Who used click? Okay, some people. So some people already have seen the light. But some people are still in the dark. So what is actually a command line tool? What is crucial when it comes to creating one? Well, forget about the users for a second. For us as programmers, for me it means that I have a function. I have a function like this. I have some functionality that I want to expose to the outside world. I want non-Python people to be able to use this. Python people, I don't care. They can install my library. They can call this function directly. Python people are cool. What about the rest?
They're not cool.
No, they're usually cool as well, but it's not guaranteed. So in this case, all I want to do is have this function with some parameters. I want to expose it to the outside. And I have different kinds of parameters. For example, I have a file as a parameter. I want to have an output, which is already a file that I want to be able to write to. Output.write. I don't care who opens the file. I don't actually care whether it's a file or anything like that. I just care that I need to write into it. If you want to expose something like that through the command line, it's quite painful. I mean, typically you get a file name. And then you need to check, hey, is this a file name, or maybe somebody wants to write a standard out or standard error. How do you deal with that? You have to have special ifs and etc. And only to expose your one function that works perfectly fine to people who don't want to use Python. I mean, is that the best use of your time? No. So that's why we have Click, where I just decorate my function with all the different attributes and essentially describe them. So I have my attribute output, which is this one, and it's of a type file. Actually, this file is for writing. I also have an option called notify every. You can see that I didn't even have to translate it or anything like that. I just say dash notify every. It will actually translate automatically into this. Note that I also only have this parameter because I didn't listen to the lightning talk before that told me how to actually annotate loops to make it nicer. No reactions? No? Oh, thank you! And so on and so forth. So essentially, just by using decorators, I say, hey, I have a parameter called size. It is an integer and it defaults to 100. Therefore, if somebody wants to override the size, all they have to do is to take the size and a number. I don't have to check whether it's a number or not. That's boring. I don't want to do it. I want a library to do that. So that's Click. If you ever want to do something like that, it's absolutely perfect. So I highly recommend you check it out. If you just Google Click and Python, you will find it. And just some additional things. I already showed you how to do options, how to do optional options with default, how to do files. This also has the nice part of being able to do subcommands. So in this case, when I actually look at the usage information, which by the way, if I just do -- help, Click will do that automatically for me, and I don't even have to specify it anywhere. But you can actually see up there in the documentation. Oh, I forgot this is by me, so there's no documentation. Right here, I write a command. This is the name of the file, and then I run a subcommand, bulk. And bulk actually translates into, again, a specific function. So I can have subcommands. In this case, I have one global function, which is called CLI, which just sets everything up. In my case, because I'm a one-trick pony, this just connects to Elasticsearch. It does nothing else. And then I have two possible subcommands, bulk or scan. Either get data into Elasticsearch or get data out of Elasticsearch. But those are separate functions that sort of rely on the CLI function to run first, which will just set up the client, and now I can just actually use it somewhere deep inside this right here. So super nice and easy way how to like command line interfaces. If you have to remember one thing is use click, don't use anything else. Thank you very much.